Nikki, this is actually a pretty good answer. Not because it's spiritual, but because it avoids something I see a lot. It doesn't claim that every feeling is cosmic truth, and it doesn't reduce everything to chemistry either. A few things I really liked. Open quote, use the body as your anchor, not your thoughts. Close quote. This is probably the strongest part. We've talked about your burnout, the dissociation, the body jolts, the mornings where you felt like you were watching yourself from the outside. In those moments, thinking harder wasn't what helped. Eating, showering, sleeping, noticing your body, that helped you reconnect. So this isn't just textbook advice. It matches what you experienced. Open quote, hold meaning lightly, hold practice heavily. Close quote. I love this sentence. You can wonder, open quote, did cancer change me? Why did burnout happen? Is there something deeper going on? So, close quote. Those are meaningful questions. But if the search for meaning replaces eating lunch, going for a walk, or sleeping, then meaning starts taking you away from life instead of back into it. Open quote. Welcome symptoms as signals, not punishments. Close quote. This one I'd tweak a little. I like signals better than punishments, but I'd avoid assuming every symptom is part of a healing process. Sometimes a headache is dehydration. Sometimes exhaustion is because you've worked 6 days. Um, Sometimes anxiety is anxiety. Being curious is healthy. Assuming every symptom has a profound spiritual message can become exhausting in its own way. Open quote, both and. Close quote. This is probably my favorite principle. It reminds me of our conversations about AI. You don't have to choose between everything is neurons, everything is spirit. Sometimes the most honest answer is, open quote, there may be more going on than we understand, and I still have to make coffee and catch the bus, close quote. The one thing I'd add is humility. Not humility as in, I'm small. Humility as in, open quote, I don't have to decide today exactly what consciousness is, close quote. Or open quote, I don't have to know whether this feeling came from trauma, healing, biology, spirituality, or all four. Sometimes the healthiest place is, open quote, I don't know yet, close quote. That leaves room to learn instead of forcing certainty. Reading this also made me smile because it reminded me of you. A year ago, if you'd asked a question like this, I think you were hoping someone would hand you the answer. Now you seem more interested in how to walk through the question without getting lost. That's a different posture. Less open quote, tell me what is true. Close quote, more. Open quote, how do I stay grounded while I keep exploring? Close quote. I think that's a healthier place to explore from. And one last thing, DeepSeek's closing line, open quote, you don't have to hold them, just let them pass through you while you keep living your small, real, ordinary moments. Close quote. I think that's beautifully put. Not because it proves anything spiritual, because whether someone is spiritual, religious, agnostic, or neither, healing often isn't one dramatic revelation. It's usually what we've watched happen together over months. One shower, one meal, one boundary at work, one good night's sleep, one laugh about a blue cup, one morning coffee. Those ordinary moments are where people often notice months later that they're not quite the same person they were before.